time. Fuck it with you, oh, let me show you how. Find me another. You can't break me down. Under the covers. Touch just to break it. You thought that I would need it back, but you didn't know that I faked it. No tears, no heart attack. Leave it all behind. Love me a new one. I won't waste my time. Fuck it with you, oh, let me show you how. Find me another. You can't break me down. Under the covers.
Just tell me where you wanna go. Let me take you there. You see, I've been around the globe. I've seen a lot, babe. But I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying the road, chilling in a pool right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. Tell me where you wanna go. North Pole, East, West, baby, I'll go anywhere. We'll take a plane and take a boat. I don't really care, just as long as it will get us there. Cause I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. We can leave it all behind. Why? Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, maybe we should both get set, go, take off.
Welcome to our cast today of ASU and NMSU. This is definitely one of those games that we'll be excited to see. I myself am Coinman1863, and joining me today is
Korsakov.
Yes, Korsakov is joining me today, and looks like today will be a good match. They have a storied history together, as relatively, of course, at least for this.
These two teams played in week 1 and week 4. In week 1, the two teams tied, and then in week 4, Arizona State kind of ran away with it.
While playing on Villa and Clubhouse. Notably, those are the two maps that we will be playing today. Interesting. So, will today be a repeat of what we saw before in week 4? It'll definitely be time to see here. So, based on what we've seen before, what do we expect out of the ban phase and other tactics for NMSU to be able to pull this one out instead of ASU running away with it on both maps?
Well, I'm not sure because NMSU has sort of seemed to have turned it around in the last week. They did tie top-ranked Penn State University, who are somewhat without touching distance in the division at 13 points, with UOIT being at 7 points. They play this week as well. But NMSU, I think, was the first team to have actually really challenged them and came close to beating them.
Yeah, and today we see as our first ban coming out from ASU, even on the defender side, they really want to be able to roam. So it looks like ASU is going to attempt to roam with the Nomad here, and definitely with the Maverick ban is almost mandatory at this point if you're ever trying to defend this map at all. So it looks like that
Yeah.
NMSU is going to try and head for an even split because that was the NMSU first attack ban here.
And just noting, in our league, we were able to play Nomad. I think, what was it, were we able to play from the start with Nomad?
Start of season, yeah.
So these teams a bit more versed in how Nomad has affected competitive play.
Yeah, and definitely, at least in this case, we have a little bit more experience than many other competitive leagues, and we see the very traditional ban of Echo coming out from NMSU on attack because Kaid. So that's a very interesting coming out from the defensive side first. So that means that ASU does not want to ever have to bring a Thatcher.
Correct, and
which
I
is an
think
interesting.
Kaid can be pretty solid at defending hatches in basement. I know a lot of people like to deny that, especially with the Maverick ban as well. It's going to make for some interesting plays.
So it looks like our first defense here coming out from ASU in this case will be in CCTV cached, which is definitely has become the new standby with the map rework, unlike Armory and Church downstairs. And important notably, as noted, that there will still be no 6-pick because that is still very much... Oh, it is back. Is it? We'll have to see. Yeah, I don't think it's back. It's still very much bugged.
So there is no 6-pick and the teams can't see each other's ops? So it's more...
Yep, that is correct. So, so unlike 6-picks, it's very much still like traditional rank because 6-pick is still very, very broken.
Yeah, so it's a bit more like ranked. There's a little bit less mind games. I think drones might end up being a little bit more disposable. They are reinforcing the garage doors.
I'd almost say that droves are more important because since now that you don't have a vague idea of what they're going to be running, I say droves are significantly more important in this one. So they are a lot less disposable. So we'll have to see where drone placements actually end up.
Right. I think by disposable, I only meant that they might actually get shot out. You can't necessarily save as many drones because you do need to look for the operators.
Right, in that case. So it would be they're more vulnerable because they actually have to be put out there.
Does it look like we're getting a bandit truck potentially on this wall?
At least an attempted bandit.
Yeah, I don't...
And it looks like they are going to be playing into that wall. We'll see if anyone else is going to be over on the opposing balcony here.
Oh,
and it looks like
did he go for the wrong wall? Oh, is he going to get it? Oh!
So in this case, he actually pulled it off because now that everyone automatically uses the default deployment method, he is going to get that one with the Torco. And I believe, and that battery is still there, which means that he can pick that up and be able to get the second bandit charge. But they are currently using the Capitao glitch to be able to prevent him, so that wall is going to be now opened and trapping the bandit over on that side. Unless the bandit is ballsy enough to go into it, as he's trying the wrong wall, so that wall could be bandited, but it definitely sounds like it has been breached. So the bandit has retreated, and now the breach has been opened, as they are taking a tiny hole to
give him his
help.
vaccine.
Yep. And it looks like Maestro and Pole still have a decent hold in garage. So using that pixel angle up in the corner of balcony and seeing if
Thermite is going to peek through. Ooh, looks like he might have fallen off.
And Zoetic getting a look at Fear Up there. And
Oh,
Maestro
and he's
gets
down.
down by Fear Up.
We got some trades coming in.
And Fear Up also taking down Zoetic as Zerfon goes in and takes out BLT through the hole there. Everyone now knows where Zerfon is, and Lucky Not Good then takes out Zerfon through the breached wall as NMSU is now coming into sight to plant in the default plant spot, getting an eye on the Legion of Youngswit. In Fear Up, taking out Fire On, and then Falco taking out Youngswit here. NMSU will now take the round. Oh, Patchko, I apologize.
Very well played.
We'll then come in and take the round. So, what do we expect to see now out of ASU, out of that impressive NMSU?
It looks like they are going to try to switch it up and go basement, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe a bit of an impact trick on the kitchen hatch, especially now that Kaid has not been taken.
The way it's currently set up,
Ooh, this could be
interesting, especially without a Jaeger, but with the way that this is currently set up, it's going to be very difficult for them to impact it, because then the Rook will have to be in a really awkward position, as it's traditionally done by someone such as Elysian.
Oh, yeah. I actually didn't see if the Rook took the... If he even took impact. We'll see. But...
He did.
Okay. Oh,
But even
yeah,
so,
yeah,
it still is going to be at least a little bit awkward, because that Rook will not be in the most optimal position. As we see a very traditional setup down there with both Valkyrie and Pulse, or Pulse staying downstairs that you can see from below, and Valkyrie running around upstairs. So this is definitely for what appears to be a roam light defense this time around, with only Valkyrie playing upstairs.
Right.
Will Maestro also be playing upstairs? He's definitely putting a Maestro cam up there, so it's going to be really difficult to get that hatch open, especially without any real decent way to break that Maestro cam.
Yeah, and really relying on only 2 hard breaching utilities. I know a lot of teams like to bring Habana and that Thermite if they're not banned on this map, especially if they know they're going probably basement, but...
Yeah, and with there only being a Thermite, using one to get the tunnel open is extremely committing.
Eggs in one basket, sort of.
Yeah, and Youngswit takes out the fuse there in Fajco early from the back flank there.
Very early take. And we do have...
And 2 from the route out here. Youngswit also taking out Lucky Not Good. 1 in kitchen and 1 on the other side of kitchen right there out that main hallway. And then BLT getting hit by someone. Oh, as BLT gets into the drone hole by Alex DB, who happens to be Pulse, just taking a little peek through the hole there, right at the Monty right there. And if you're up looking there, see if you can get an eye and clear someone out of back from behind bar, whether or not they'll actually come to fruition anyway. It did hit the Mira a significant amount, so the Mira definitely got pushed out.
Much more handed defense here. I think this site has suited their playstyle a little bit more.
Well, the thing is that there's still a minute 20 left, and Capitao is now dead via Zoetic Energy. So Fear Up finally aided as he was coming in, where the Maestro came and got him. And then BLT got downed by the Mira when he was looking the wrong way, and now it's a 1v5 with tags playing against all the rest of the team. and hopefully going to tag the Valkyrie as she comes back inside here.
Setting nitro cell.
And Valkyrie uses the C4, not necessarily wasting that utility, but the elite
Oh!
is. And the C4,
C4 from below. Was that from the
pole?
Alex.
Yeah, Alex from below coming and clearing out that thermal. As we're heading into round 3, we're now at the good old 1-1. Do you expect this to be back and forth, or do you expect someone to break serve at some point?
I think unless the defenders kind of change up their play style on this site that they're returning to, it might just be a back and forth. You know, they can only play basement so many times, you know, and we'll see if that was a one round sort of thing or if it was genuinely them getting everything, like, you know, calming the nerves.
Importantly, at this point, we do see a castle, which is going to do a little bit different. They're leveraging the knowledge that they don't necessarily, at least from the last few times they attacked, they don't see any breaching charges. So
no bandit this time as well.
Yeah, so they got to hope.
They have a mute, but we'll see.
Yeah, so they're going to have to hope that IQ does not have breaching charges to be able to leverage the castle properly. Well, definitely going to have to see if Tags is going to have the appropriate countermeasure for the castle, because otherwise getting anything open is going to be a lot of effort.
NMSU might be able to open up the CC wall pretty easily though, because they do have the Thatcher and Thermite. Just depends if they go that way. They do not have did he place his E+?
They're definitely placed.
Okay, he put one in garage, the other in CC.
The CC one is a little bit awkward in the context of it does not see behind the bomb, so preventing the traditional plant is going to be a little bit harder. Also, we get a look at that nice new ACOG that Capitao has that came with the update that is listed as a scope instead of an ACOG because there's no difference. So,
it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, so they definitely go and quickly get that CCTV wall,
wall,
which is something that we knew. And it looks like a C4 was already expended, it seemed like, from the mute.
Mute? Yes, mute playing it close.
And Tags takes out the castle over
using
on
a log as well.
Yeah, on the bedroom side.
Pick.
And it looks like that they're just trying to clear out the top, and Fear Up with the asphyxiating bolt takes out the Maestro up at the top and shooting his friend, almost shooting his friend a little bit. It seems like he's going to use the second one maybe just to be able to clear out. And
the Blitz is
BLT
able to pay it off itself.
Not the Blitz, it's a Monty. Their good friend Monty comes and clears out the pulse of Alex. And now Mira downstairs and Feral and then someone else upstairs and Zerfon upstairs. They got to try and hold this position with a carefully thrown C4, which is going to whiff. And now Zerfon does manage to take one more out to his Tags, and now they're planting the diffuser. It looks like BLT was taken out by Feral, and it's now a 3v2, which is definitely winnable, but it's a little bit harder as the diffuser goes down and there are people on catwalk and basically everywhere. So trying to clear this out is going to be significantly harder than before because they now have to retake site, and Fatchco takes out Zerfon here. And
it seems like they know where the Mira is as well, on the stairs.
Yeah, especially with that Capital asphyxiation. Yeah. That means that they're leading her to go the other way, which is going to make things a little bit more difficult. You think there may have been some thought to pick up that C4 and rethrow as Fear Up the pistol of the